Admiral of the Interior. We're receiving a communication package from the NMC. Holy... Sir, the ADF has been destroyed. The survivors are withdrawing back through the gate to Sirius.
So the war's over. Give me the Pirate Lord.
I take it you've heard the news?
So it's true. I almost didn't believe it.
Our forces, combined with NMC, will stay in former ADF space to aid the transition of power for the civilians.
Admiral, a border satellite has triggered a proximity notification near the dead zone.
Ah, the OE has left. Rude of them not to say thank you.
Negative, sir. OE is still reported at the shipyard. Images coming through now, sir.
Gilly, what's going on?
Sir, UCFE forces have just crossed the border and are making a beeline for Pirates Rest. They have a battleship with them.
How the hell did the Knight get here so fast?
It's not the Nike, sir. Tag reads FEN Fortuna.
Damn the ADF fools! We're building them that ship. Shit, recall all forces within our space to the HQ. Get the new destroyer class off the HQ construction ring and get ready for battle.
Sir, our squadrons are too far away. They will not make it in time.
I'll arrive within the hour, but the battleship is still more than a week away. I'll reach out to the GLF and see if they have someone closer.
Give me the shipyard. The OE will be in range. Tell them they owe us.
Our forces are assembled from across the dead zone. The corvettes shadowing the OE forces have reported that they have left the dead zone. However, the AMB ship is still at large.
So the ship of the damned still haunts us.
Sir?
It's what the men have started calling the Auxiliarius Imperialis, that former AMB flagship. The ship of the damned. Catchy, but inaccurate. Once our operation is complete, our navy will have the freedom to operate as one cohesive fighting force, and we will destroy the so-called ship of the damned.
Of course, my warden. The fleet awaits your address.
Very well. Attention forces of the Marshall Alliance Warband. I know you are itching for combat. To finally bring the Emperor's justice back to this lawless system. The supplies we have raided from the UCFE and the ADF convoys along this border of the dead zone, combined with the warships provided by the STC, and of course the Emperor himself, before his glorious forces were so dishonorably pushed out of this system and the gate to our home, the true home of humanity, cut off. Many of you have been made aware of the forces of the Obsidian Echo and the sole survivor of the AMB causing us problems. And I am forced to admit before you, they have landed several blows. However, they have failed to convince the wider system of the threat we pose. We will have our revenge, the fallen battleship, and for the martyred Triton Salvage Republic, as we take this fleet and strike into the very heart of this system. We will assault the Cantina, the Naval Museum, and the OE's base of power, and destroy it. Once the Cantina is secured, we can turn our attention to paving the way for our Emperor's return. Glory to the Emperor, glory to Terra, and glory to the RSO!
Done all that I can, Gilly. Here are an ODC forces on their way to Pirates Rest, but this new UCFE BB will make it first. All we have is a few FFs and DDs to hold.
No news on NMC or SDR? Surely they have forces within range.
No, they refused any call to help us. I have trusted you to do the impossible before. Together, we've taken IGL from a backwater pirate faction, just surviving in this system, to a superpower. that rivals NMC and ADF. I've dispatched the fighter squadron from Lightborn to strike the UCFE production. However, I doubt that will make them abandon their siege. Agent used me. He took our kindness to take our information and to use it to further his ego crusade. But for us to take that revenge, we first need to survive. Hold the line, no matter the cost.
Fuck.
Are you alright, sir?
I'm worried that everything we built will burn away on my watch. This war was supposed to mean something. Genesis coming together to rid ourselves of the ADF. And it's just become a land grab for everyone. No one had used our resentment toward ADF for the Promise War, and now they leave us out to dry.
With all due respect, sir, this battle is not decided until we fight.
You're right. Fuck it. Open a channel, station-wide. Sailors of the IGL Navy, today we... Fuck. To hell with it. I will not deceive you all. I will not spout propaganda to make you march to certain death. No, today we'll be honest. Pirates Rest is under attack. A second UCFE battleship has been spotted approaching. Her and the NMC and SDR are already at peace with the UCFE, and are unable to help us. We now stand alone until the forces of ODC can release us. I know you are afraid, so am I. Afraid that I won't be enough to change the tide of the war. Afraid that my life's work will be undone. Even though I'm afraid, I will not let it control me. I have a duty to see fulfilled, and I will not abandon it. I will not run and hide. If this shall be my death, then let it be. But I will not ask you to face death with me. If you wish to leave, rest to find your loved ones, or disappear somewhere safe, then I shall allow it. If you choose to, I grieve your choice, but wish you the best. Now for those of you who wish to face death with me, side by side with their comrades and friends, attend your stations to prepare for siege.
This conference will come to order.
Before we begin, Emperor Wolf's return from the ADF imprisonment is worth acknowledging. So I am no longer the leader of the Soaring Dragon Requiem, and you will direct all your peace proposals, should you have any, to him.
The war has ended. ADF has fled the system. UCFE has made its own peace so it can focus on the IGO. The situation at hand has changed.
Which is exactly why we're here.
GFU, TM, and the ADF former company, WHP, have devoted to dissolve themselves.
Following General Corzo's resignation after the fall of ADF, and the few ships that they had left, Admiral Badia has agreed that alone we are just blood in the water.
As of today, our governments unite as one. The United Republic of Genesis.
Not a unexpected decision.
Then let's discuss peace.
We're listening.
The United Republic of Genesis will construct 5 Solar Flare-class destroyers for the Soaring Dragon Requiem.
5?
And 1 Eclipse-class heavy cruiser.
That seems a bit of a high price.
The inhibitor, captured by ADF and transferred to you after their collapse, will be returned.
That ship was a trophy of war.
And now it will be fairly returned to the war's winner.
It will be returned to you. Do you have any other demands, or are you finished?
Until every obligation is fulfilled, there will be a mutual defense pact between QHI, SDR, and URG in order to ensure your survival, in order for us to receive your reparations.
That's ironic.
You know, once you have delivered your reparation, you and your faction will be on your own.
Perhaps once this business is behind us, and our friendships mended, we can make the defensive pact permanent.
Perhaps.
We would like, from this piece, 1 ADF R2 class to be constructed and transferred to us, along with the tile E6.
We can do that. We do have one request.
State it.
1 destroyer. The Raider class SDN Raider.
1 ship.
I have no objections.
Agreed.
I also agree.
The URG will have 2 months to deliver their reparations into SDR and QHI's hands.
We will begin immediately.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Do you realize what they just agreed to? During the war, they destroyed 8 of our destroyers, an armored cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. They've agreed to replace half of that. And for the destroyers, they're replacing it with our superior solar flare class rather than the outdated raiders.
Well, they just paid reparations with upgrades.
This is Captain Tepper calling from Shipyard Emperforge Bastion.
Go ahead, Captain.
Well, sir, I am honored to report that Project Eternal Flame has been completed and is standing by. Final inspections of our systems have been deemed fully operational. Battleship Soaring Monarch is ready for deployment, sir.
Now that is how you end a war.
And prepare for the next one.
Sir!
Not now.
Sir!
Said not now.
Admiral!
Goddamn, if someone isn't about to die or this sea's listed, then can it? Who the fuck are they?
Multiple manufacturers. Color scheme matches the images provided by OE for the dead zone manipulators, known as the Maw.
Holy shit, I gotta quit drinking.
Their trajectory indicates they're heading towards the Cantina.
Get me the OE now.
The sky so far away tonight, but I can't lose this war. Get a pride of a falling night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me where did we go so wrong?
We destroyed their battleship, but as long as the Archive is still alive, the Maw still has a future. But that said, the loss of that battleship must have been crippling. I'd say we bought ourselves a few months of downtime.
Sir, can I ask something?
Go ahead.
The ADF.
I figured this would come up eventually.
So how are you handling it?
The ADF leadership made mistakes, long before they sided with the Maw. That was just the final one.
You don't resent the Genesis Liberation Front?
No, I understand why they fought. I'm saddened the ADF was forced from the system, but I understand their reasonings. Maybe we can finally stop fighting.
That'd be nice.
Planning to enjoy the peace?
My daughter's at the Cantina University. I'd like to be there when she graduates. I've missed enough milestones already.
Sorry to interrupt.
Captain Hask, congratulations on the promotion.
Repairs to my frigate are almost complete, but the IGL is holding my ship until the UCFE situation is resolved.
With luck, not for much longer.
Commodore Stevens, you are required on the command deck immediately.
Any idea why?
No, sir. Only that it's urgent.
Understood.
Hopefully, it's good news for once.
That's optimistic.
Someone has to be.
Commodore Stevens, I do hope your stay on Brigham Fort has been nice. We hope Quartermaster Harvey was able to treat you nicely. Your vessel should be repaired. And about done. A few paint scratches here and there.
He has. Why'd you call for me?
A massive Maw fleet has emerged from the desert right as they were moving on Pirate's Rest. My ops officer says they are tracking it down and estimated heading towards the Cantina.
They got prepared to detach. The Maw is making a break for the Cantina.
We'll be ready, sir.
Sir, let me come with you. I can't help my faction, but I can help the Cantina.
Your co-admiral of the interior. He's held here on your order.
Go.
Ships of Aquila Squadron, prepare to cast off. We're leaving.
Sir, we've been detected by the IGL. Our inside man has informed us that the OE and the Cantina have been made aware. and the OE is inbound to the Cantina and will beat us there in 1 hour and 37 minutes.
That is unavoidable. Continue the max burn. Inform Spearhead Squadron to accelerate to their top speed and pull away from the slower squadrons. They are to strike as soon as they are able to. Give the OE as little preparation time as possible.
Battle carrier, no fighters, sectors F0, G0, and E2. Just say yes.
No.
You will not get E2. TR or IGL will have it, not you.
You don't get to decide that. You die or you give it up. I'm done with your bullshit.
You think you can kill us? We've beaten you every time, and we will do it again.
You think we can't?
Yes, you're pathetic. You make underpaid dockyard workers your navy. Just accept the original deal.
Fine, final offer. A-2, B-1, G0, F0, D0, and the battle carrier of no fighters. Now let's be clear. This deal puts you up 4 points a turn, and I only get up 1.
We keep D0. I need it for the IGL New Splinter faction since I got to move now since I was going to be originally in the negative sectors.
Very well then, we'll swap it for sector A-1. Then the final deal is signed. For piece of IGL, IGL will hand over the battle carrier with no fighters and the following sectors: A-1, A-2, B-1, F0, and G0. I'm glad we could come to a deal.
Ma'am, we're receiving a communication from the museum. They're signaling that we do not fire on the history stored in the station.
What of the museum's defences?
All their weapons have been powered down.
Very good. Bring us in.
Ma'am, our escape route back to the dead zone's been cut off. The UCFE and IGL have entered a peace deal, and the IGL is now blockading all mapped routes to our escape.
Then let's hope that our warden scramble pays off. Any word from the other factions?
Nothing yet, ma'am.
Then we might just pull this off.
Captain Vega, we have incoming MAW forces, sir.
Commodore, we're out of time.
I see them, Vega. Computer, what's the status on the evacuation?
Evacuation is at 47%.
What about the main Maw fleet?
1 hour behind the Spearhead force.
Isn't the Vanguard ahead? So we'd spend ourselves before Archive arrived.
It'll work. We can't handle what they've sent already.
Victory mobility has decreased 1.8%. Survival mobility has decreased 4.3%.
How long can we hold them for?
16 minutes.
How many civilians can be evacuated in that time?
Approximately 8,241.
Then we hold for 16 minutes.
Contact. 2 heavy cruisers, 2 armored cruisers, and a destroyer.
We need more capital ships.
Has anyone responded to the distress call?
No.
So, let's make them bold.
Knight is taking heavy fire. We need support.
Pull up behind the docks.
And let them shoot you instead? No, sir. You're the only capital ship. Hull integrity has collapsed. We have breaches across the whole...
Ep23 has been destroyed. No lifeboats detected. Status Seth lost with all hands.
Continue the engagement.
Port hydrogen tank has been destroyed.
Keep the turrets online.
Captain, if we lose propulsion...
We die fixed in place instead of on the move.
Structural integrity at 61%.
Can we still fight?
Affirmative.
At our current attrition, can we last 16 minutes?
Negative.
Okay. Keep between them and the Cantina. Let's take as much of the fire as we can.
Captain, one armoured cruiser is breaking away.
Fleeing coward.
Negative, sir. It's heading for one of the evacuation lanes.
Terra. Commodore, one of the armored cruisers is breaking from the fight and making for the Bravo evacuation lane.
That's bait. All ships are to hold.
It knows we can't ignore it.
We have to. There are 3 more evacuation lanes we need to protect. Look, it makes me sick to say this, but we can't defend them all. Our priority needs to be the many over the few.
I can't believe this is happening.
My daughter is aboard one of those conflicts.
You don't know any of those ships carry her. She may have already gotten out. If you break formation, you die and accomplish nothing.
I pull that armored cruiser away from the Bravo line.
MAW cruiser closing within weapons range of Bravo lane.
If I stay here, and she's on that ship...
Ridley, hold station. That's an order.
I know that too. All hands abandon ship. It's been an hour, and may the old gods of Terra watch over me. I'm sorry, Commodore. I have to do this.
The cruiser is turning.
Of course it would.
MAW armor cruiser ascendant has cut off ramparts withdrawal.
I'm going after it.
No! He's already lost.
He was my crew. I know him better than anyone. He's my responsibility.
He made a sacrifice for the civilians evacuating on Bravo lane. Don't screw that up by rushing to follow him to the grave.
Begin recording to ship's black box. Anne, my daughter, I hope this reaches you. I hope you can see. I was trying to make the right decision. I just couldn't figure out which one that was. Until now, you are and always will be the best thing in my life. And I know that I would make this decision another 1,000 times. If there was even a chance my inaction would put you in danger. I'm sorry. I won't get to see the person you become. But know, I'll always love you. No matter where my soul ends. End recording.
Captain...
Commodore, the rampart is lost.
Signal withdrawal.
Sir, we need to...
If we stay, we buy minutes. If we leave, we can take the intel we have to the wider system and lobby for a joint task force to retake this sector. Aquila Squadron is no longer combat able. Dux and Miamor have taken extreme damage and the frigates are lost. We held out 16 minutes against the odds, and though I hate to say it, it's all we can manage.
Understood.
Computer, locate the governor.
Governor Richards is still on the Cantina. David Communicator has him on Main Street.
Get me a secure line.
Open.
Governor, the OE has failed to hold the Cantina today. We will not abandon you. Survive. Resist. Do whatever you must until we return.
We thank you, OE. You have held longer than we could have asked for. 79,000 people made it out because of your early warning and continued defense. Goodbye for now. We will await your return with pitchforks ready to run the mob out of this city.
We're gonna swing around and send a shuttle to get you.
No, Commodore. This is my city. I will stay with it, no matter the cost.
Then Godspeed to you, Governor. Set course for IGL space.
Course plotted.
Jump!
My warden, the Cantina has been secured. Whisper has also secured the museum without resistance.
Very good. Move in and prepare our occupation. The system's heart is ours. Begin construction of the inter-system communications array. It is time the RSO and the Emperor return to this system.